Oh, baby. Nuclear drama. And we're coming off of Gachiakuta ending season 1. What a beautiful anime. What a great anime. I would absolutely recommend it to you. And it is such a great surprise that we got an announcement for Gachiakuta. Not live action. It's like a theater play. Not really sure. It's emotional code 2.5D shit. I don't know. But the most important thing here is, obviously, can you guys guess why people are mad? Why would people be mad at Gachiakuta? Well, maybe people are mad about the live action stuff. Oh, we hate live action. Why are you doing this? Or perhaps is it the color of the skins of characters such as Jabber? I see the dreads. Semu. Okay, looking a little tan. And the boss man. Oh, people are fucking mad. Let's look at some of the responses. And later on, I'm going to show you just how deranged some of these people are. There are schizo people that are condemning the author of Gachiakuta, the most insane people. And we're going to go through it one by one. First up, the responses, sorting by the likes. Let's see what the people have to say under the main thread. Son, what have they done to Corvus? Not gonna lie, Corvus looks like he got that fucking wig on from one of those characters from the Wano arc of One Piece, man. Bro, broken heart. Yeah, they ain't black. It's blackface? Is it blackface or not? You guys tell me. All the black viewership and influence throughout this anime, and they couldn't find 2 black or biracial actors. I can't. Dog, who's Jason and his bro is whiter than the anime. They didn't even try to give Jabber a tan though, huh? Listen, at the end of the day, blackface is a very controversial issue due to the historical nature of American history, right? Slavery, African Americans, and a depiction of that, very derogatory way, I understand. But a lot of the times, people get caught up in political warfares of American exceptionalism, as in American politics being injected to other continents, other areas where they have no reason to even behave or like basically, what's it called, bend the knee to that bullshit. I think that if you're able to do blackface, you should be able to do whiteface. I don't think there should be this one-way double standard. This is only going to cause even more issues later on. It's either we can all do it or none of us can do it. Jabber here though, they pussied out. He light as fuck, but maybe this is supposed to be like, basically like Jabber is like light skin, while Semu and Corvus are dark skin. And that's why they didn't spray on enough like of the paint on his face. I don't know. I know for a certain they have black actors in Japan. Why don't they use the one for Semu and Arca? And we'll read, right? We got the author's response of why this is the case. So this is kind of obviously the state of affairs. People are going to be mad. People are going to be very upset at this shit. Some of the quote engagement off the main post. What the hell did they do to my goat? See this, bro. I'd sue for defamation. Who are you suing? The author is co-working on this project. Who are you? The fan is suing for defamation on what? What are you doing? Question mark? Who the hell is that? Jabber, apparently they didn't give him enough spray tan. Y'all seen this shit too, right? Or am I tripping? And this is why I don't give a fuck about people saying black editor racist or blackwashing, because at least we do it out of respect. They just erase us every single chance they get. Black erasure, ladies and gentlemen. I can't believe Gachiakuta hates black people. Why would they do this? Most of the actors they pick for the stage plays from musical stages make me assume there will be some musical on the Gachiakuta stage play. Also, Sena-san, Rio actress, is really going on acrobatic. I think we could see some moving a lot in the rest of Ripper. Hey, an actual positive, comment about this shit. I love Gachiakuta, but this is so disappointing, bro. Doing blackface to your actors are darker is... Doing blackface so your actors are darker is just fucking weird. It's like, did y'all try to find black Blasian people for this? And I know it might be hard to find dark-skinned Japanese actors, but it's not impossible. And here's a response from the author. This is Kei Urana. And whoa. Pronouns. This is not a she, her. It's a they, them. I don't know. I've been told that Kei Urana is non-binary. You can laugh at that all you want. You can say woke, blah, 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 get triggered to pronouns. I honestly don't give a fuck. You want to be called whatever you are, sure, I'll play that game. I'll call you they, them. We can coexist in peace. I don't care. The brown-skinned character in the stage adaptation I had asked in advance if it could be performed by an African-descended stage actor who can speak Japanese. So boom, right there. The author comes out, clarifies. Bro, I know how bad this looks. I at least tried. But you gotta realize, if you've seen Oshinoko, what happened in season 2 or season 1? Did the authors, the mangakas, get any fucking intervention in the production of real life fucking media and films? They get shafted, right? I received a whole response that there are far too few African individuals in Japan who can speak Japanese. And it makes sense, because Japan is gonna be more like homogenized in their culture. There's not that many immigrants. And on top of that, for the few Africans that may exist in Japan, the likelihood of them speaking Japanese at a capable level, but also not just that, being able to portray the actual characters of Jabber, Semu, Corvus, and so on, right? Did it actually happen? In my opinion, I think that if there was a black person who really embodied the will of these characters, go for it. If there's a Japanese actor who embodies the will of these characters better than the African person, go for it. Because I want a character who actually is like, I want an actor who actually understands and can basically pull out that character to higher lights rather than focus on these superficial racial things like, oh my god, the skin color. And I understand you're gonna get so mad. Superficial racial things? It's his black erasure. That's crazy. It's so fucking crazy to me that these absolutely mentally ill, deranged Americans are injecting their politics into Japan, which has no fucking obligations to bend the knee towards that shit. Leave them fucking out of it. It's either everyone can do blackface and whiteface or no one can. In my opinion, if these characters are genuinely the better selections compared to what are you gonna call this? DEI hires? Simply because of the color of their skin, because the manga characters are that? If, again, I care about the talent at the end of the day, who knows how they picked it? And perform a stage adaptation based on manga source material. I'm sure there's some of you if you look, but I assume they entrusted it to someone well-versed in acting and such. Again, benefit the doubt being given to the producers and the professional staff. My personal interpretation behind the scenes. Even if there are plenty of people who can speak Japanese, I think performing an existing character on stage requires a different set of skills altogether. As for myself, I've never done any exposure to theater at all until now. I don't know the details. However, the selected performers must be individuals who have diligently honed in their craft up to this point, all while feeling the pressure and responsibility. So, again, in this case, who would you guys believe? Would you believe the words of the author and the professionals behind this stage play to pick the talent that they think is correct? Did you think they picked them out of like merit, or do you think that they specifically wanted to just be racist to black people? Because if you really want to go with this line of black erasure, you have to just assume the absolute fucking worst of the people behind the scenes. And without any like actual like receipts, it's hard for me to do that. I think always you should kind of base your assumptions on a benefit of the doubt, expecting the good, but also at the same time, keep the worst case scenario in mind. But it's hard to assume without any receipts again, that the staff would do this. And on top of that, at least the mangaka tried, you know? Let's just assume that, okay, the production staff behind the scenes, they fucking hate black people. I don't know why. They just do. They're exactly everything that the woke Americans are calling them. But even then, with that assumption, the mangaka at least tried. Or maybe the mangaka apparently hates black people too, and this is just a lie because she's getting canceled. Isn't that a crazy assumption to make considering the mangaka has black characters in her fucking manga or their manga? Or maybe she's just they're just grifting. Yeah, this is like DEI picks. The mangaka of Gachiakuta selectively chose dark-skinned characters to be in the manga, not because, you know, they thought that this would be a good pick, but simply out of American politics. Like, the more I think about this logic and this line of thinking, the more I realize this is fucking retarded. For serious theater actors, characters with a clear image of being ooh person, Japanese American, etc., only exist in the Nijiku family, which is Zanka, Kyoka. But if there's future where serious theater adaptations are done overseas, then I think at that time, the Nijiku family could be performed by someone from a different country as well. And then I'm sure we're gonna get more fucking woke cancellations. I'm like, oh my god, why are these actors playing these characters? Of course, we have no intentions of insulting anyone, so if you're planning to attend, please enjoy the stage production by all means. What a sensible, rational explanation. And listen, I think that most people are average, sensible people. And here's a comment from such a person. There was no need to explain yourself, sensei. Let's look at this. There was no need to explain yourself, sensei. As an African person myself, I know this was never done with malicious intent, and there are very few of my kind in Japan. And you got to realize, not only are there a few of African descent in Japan, those who are well versed in theater, play, and actually bring out the envision of these characters to light, it's hard for me to even imagine that, right? Considering the statistics involved, right? What do you think is going to be more likely? You're not the king of black people. Don't speak for us. And neither are you. So don't dictate to me what should I get offended by. You low-key did it first by talking for everybody in your community in the first place. They did say, as an American person myself, well, they didn't say as an ambassador of American person. This person, Tuna, is saying, I'm black, and I don't think there's anything wrong with it. Then other people get triggered and say, oh, I'm black, and I'm fucking mad. But I literally didn't. I never claimed for black. It's just retardation. It's just Twitter fucking arguments and retardation going over and over again. Just a bunch of professional victims. Y'all Westerner is showing. Urana can't cancel it or get a black actor to play the character. The theater won't cancel it. So Urana has to explain that. What don't y'all not understand if it is in her control? And here is the really fucked up thing. This is obviously the Twitter statement that we just read, right? This is the official Twitter statement. So you're not going to cancel it? You can explain it all you want, but that doesn't change the fact that there's actors who will literally do anything blackface. And this is the part where it gets really fucking fun. She literally cannot cancel it, lol. She has no control over the stage plays. Based trans flag in bio. Hell yeah. At the end of the day, pronouns, flags, I don't care. I care about the actual words being said. Yes, this person actually understands what's going on and is working within reasonability, logic. Manga artists barely have any rights when it comes to their working conditions. What makes you think they have any more than intellectual property? Well, what kind of person is this? Oh, this is also funny. This person got blocked by the Gachiakuta mangaka. Right, Kei Urana blocked. And do you know why they got blocked? This. Fuck you, Kei Urana. I loved it. And this is where it gets really spicy. Thank you, Noel, Dolly Fairy, for the beautiful content. So why are they mad? Well, here's the author again, coming out saying, I just told them I don't want them to wear blackface during the actual performance. If you still have something to say about this, I still don't know what to do. No matter how much I type, there are people who don't read the whole thing and don't understand. So I will never make comments like this again. Yes! Yes! It's a big mistake to think that making radical statements will improve the situation. This right over here, no matter how much I type, no matter how much context, nuance, and detail you provide, the mentally ill schizos don't care. They have selective hearing. They also have double-digit IQ. They don't work in reality. They ignore everything given, receipts. They have no good faith and will immediately assume the absolute fucking worst because they have an agenda. And what is the agenda? Japan is racist against black people. Fuck you, Kei Urana. How dare you, bro? And Kei Urana coming in here saying angel emote and fucking blocked by the mangaka. What did you think was gonna happen? Noel, genuinely, what did you think was gonna happen when there was so much other things involved? Were you also in this fucking post? You're not gonna kiss it? You're not gonna kiss it? This is a bad faith actor. This is a bad faith actor that makes their own groups and positions absolutely fucking worse. And let's read some of the quotes. Oh God, this is gonna be fucking good right over here, bro. As a black person, you saying fuck you to somebody who so clearly doesn't have the power to do anything about this stage play is insane. They tried. That's good enough for me because they're obviously fighting him, despite it being their work. So what's the issue? No, she actually hates black people. She's just using black people as a way of tokenizing them to feel like she's basically baiting the woke community. That's right. All she wanted to do was farm the woke community, and now I'm gonna cancel her for it. Like, delusional, bro. Delusional. What we saying fuck you to K for? Illiterate. I think you're taking too much advantage of the fact that we have a mangaka even willing to interact with the fandom at all. Go find yourself a life. If you're that angry, why don't you go make your own story and franchise instead of being an insufferable as someone else? Well, these are children though, right? Because at the end of the day, these aren't like proper functioning adults that has a real job and understands what society is like, how people behave. Most likely, if you click on their bio, right, What is this person? Oh boy, here we go. Cat Burglar Nami. This is a Nami. This ain't even a Gachiakuta stand. It's like a One Piece stand. Money, money, money. 21 years old, black femme. Yep, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. What did you expect? And no, this is not me insulting them off of being a black femme person or just being 21 years old. But how many times do you see young kids who have no fucking understanding of how shit works, who are so fucking radical, that goes in as a bad faith actor and completely undermines their own position? I guarantee you, people are gonna be even more racist to black people just because of people like this, and I don't agree with them either. But what I'm saying is, the more you act out in such unreasonable ways, the easier it is for bad faith actors in the other spectrum to use this as ammo and say, see, this is how they all act. See, what did I tell you? And even if that's not true, it doesn't matter, because the masses will become more polarized, radicalized by bad faith actors like this, and shift differently to a different spectrum of politics that will just make it nasty for everyone involved. This is so fucking stupid. This is a dumbass fucking kid that has no understanding, shit talking, telling the mangaka, fuck you, when you don't even do it. And the best part, let's read some of the more quotes here. Let's read some of the more stuff here. Where is this? Yeah, no, fuck you. Why would you blame a person who has no power more than words, just like you, to change something? Because they're a delusional kid. They don't know. They think in their own head, just cancel it. You're the mangaka, right? Just fucking cancel it. They are out of touch, unreasonable children that has never had any accountability or anything to actually basically provide a value in life. All they do is fucking negative engagement, rage bait online. And that's it. Who has no power more than words, just like you, to change something that the company who's providing the stage live action is in charge. You're so fucking illiterate. Can people actually stop harassing Kei Urana sensei when you should put all that energy to the company who making that stage play in the first place? Hey, wait a minute. This is kind of the same situation like One Punch Man, huh? Bandai Namco is the company behind the stage play, and JC Staff is Kei Urana, right? Absolutely. And maybe Noel here could be a discount Nicholas Light. Maybe. I don't know. But I feel like Noel here is genuinely retarded though. Nicholas Light, I don't think so, is rage baiting. He's grifting. But Noel, I think, actually believes in the words that they're saying, and that's what's even more concerning. It's still Japan. They weird about our peoples despite Urbana's best attempts. Like, bro, there's gotta be black people or Blasian people that would speak Japanese. But again, even if there were, right, would you put good faith that, again, there's a different set of skills, there's a different type of acting involved for theater play that maybe there are better talents to pick from? I think that compromising talent for the sake of this diversity fucking DEI, only a black person can play a black character, is stupid to me, especially in the context of Japan, where they again have no obligation to uphold your fucking American exceptionalism. I care about the actual talent at play, and if they can deliver the actual characters, fuck it, spray paint their face even more black, let's see the crash out. And again, if you're gonna do that, I think you can do whiteface too. This has to be everybody can do it or no one can do it. You create a double standard, the unfairness exists, and it's gonna get fucking dragged. The funniest thing is, I think if they made their skins even darker, people would shit on this even harder, saying, oh my god, this is like basically you're fucked no matter what. Jabber light-skinned people are laughing. If he was darker, people would probably shit on that even more, bro. Anything else here? Disappointing how much care clearly went into making these characters originally just for them to put Japanese folk in blackface. Shut it down immediately, tagging Kei Urana, the mangaka. You know, whoever's running the Gachiakuta stage play just straight up don't give a fuck, because they literally found a black man, Joel Shohei, to play Miguel in the JJK stage play. It's not that difficult. But here's the thing, I understand that there's different examples of black actors playing black characters in Japanese theater play. And for sure, but just because they exist doesn't mean there's a right fit for Gachiakuta too. These are exceptions being mentioned, not talking about the majority of the talent pool that exists right over here. It's crazy. It's crazy to me how it's yep, bring this guy, bro. Yeah, Miguel's gonna play all three people. That's right. Anything else here? Marie coming in saying, no matter how woke a mangaka can be, Japanese culture and media is still deeply rooted in racism. And I think that this is also kind of beautiful in a way that kind of what am I trying to say? I'm trying to say, recently I found out a new community of people that exist on Twitter who are really radical feminists that ride off of Gachiakuta. I'm all for treating women equally, fair. Don't be a piece of shit. Don't be misogynistic. But you saw those insane kids, right? And I'm like, why do they exist? Well, the mangaka obviously is female, but on top of that, non-binary. And again, this is just my assumptions right now. I don't know at all what I'm saying is true. These are just my own opinions that are probably wrong. But in my opinion, the fact that she is non-binary probably is like a signal to the more LGBTQ crowd, the more woke crowd, if you will, right? And basically they're riding off of that. They feel represented. They're like, yes, a mangaka who is non-binary. This is not a cis-het male. This is what is represented by me. And the more that you, and I'm not saying that the mangaka is pandering towards that, but because she is non-binary, more of these people will kind of like be like compelled to rally around that manga. Shit like this happens, you get a bigger fucking drama happening. Like, I feel like this wouldn't have happened for Jujutsu Kaisen. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like if Miguel, for example, in this example, was not black, do you think people would have crashed out this hard? I don't think they would have crashed out this hard as Gachiakuta. Because Gege, the author of Jujutsu Kaisen, doesn't engage in this woke politic bullshit. And the fact that the mangaka also, on top of, being that signal for the underrepresented, also engaging with the community constantly, of course it's going to embolden that crowd. And that's why it's crashing out like this. I'm not saying that the mangaka has basically been audience captured and this is basically like the consequences of her own actions. No, but I'm saying based on the type of person they are, the type of people they attract, and this kind of American woke politic bullshit exploding, yeah, it kind of makes sense to me. Apparently, Kei Urana tried to get black actors for the stage play, but in Japan, it's very difficult to find African-American actors who can speak Japanese, and I think they weren't directly involved with the cast searching. Again, the author themselves has literally made a statement confirming these things. Haikyuu had a black actor for the stage play, though I understand her, but it's clearly not that difficult. The funniest thing to me is a bunch of random Twitter accounts just saying, bro, you can just grab a black actor from the streets and just throw them in. They're everywhere. Like, what the fuck? Like, they think, well, Miguel exists. Nah, this one exists. Nah, they're everywhere. It can't be that hard. Like, you don't know that. You have no understanding of that. So who am I going to believe? Professionals that work in this industry who's trying to make the best play possible by picking the best talent, or schizo-mentally ill American woke tards who just make blind faith like assumptions off of nothing, but like, oh, Miguel exists. Like, what are you fucking talking about? There's some other stuff here too. These are code engagement. People acting like Kei Urana is hyper woke, like she's not friends with Mori. What is this? She a Klansman? When did this happen? Wait, what is this drama? I feel like there's some VTuber fucking behind the scenes drama. What happened with Mori? What is this KKK Alliope, bro? Huh? What? I have no clue of the context about that. Past old VTuber drama? Okay. All right, well, you got me. Mori is a Klansman. And, Urana greenlit Mori to do the opening for part 2 Gachiakuta. Oh my god, I can't believe it. They hate black people together. I can't believe this shit. J'aime bien Gachiakuta my Urana. Nah, I can't speak this. Nah, I can't speak French at all. I can speak, what's it called? Latin, like the Spanish way better, but I can't do French. Stage plays keeping certain minorities out of place because of reasons has been a thing for so long, man. It's crazy. Even women back in Shakespearean days. This is an interesting angle of coming at it, huh? Stage plays keeping certain... So stage plays historically has been racist, misogynistic, as it goes back to the Shakespearean days. And in Japan right now, it is still deeply rooted in racism. I don't understand because I'm not a stage play, historian. Who knows how true this is? Is she woke or all y'all projecting? I don't even think she's woke. Not based on what I've seen. I think if she saw half the crazy fucking schizo-feminist shit that I farmed for drama content, I think that the author would be like, this ain't it. I think, again, at the end of the day, this is simply the author who has been known to be non-binary, getting rallied by a bunch of fucking schizo-woke people, and now they're eating them up because of what's happening. No, because you cannot be serious. What's the point of making black characters if you're going to represent them without any black people at all? These are the faces they saw and chose for Jabby, Semi, and Corvus. Oh my god. I think Jabber needs to be darker, bro. Spray more fucking black paint on this shit. Semi looks hype. Corvus? I don't know. I don't know how I feel about Corvus. feel like he's missing facial hair. Maybe, no, maybe I'm crazy, but I think Semi looks good. I think Loki Jabber, if he had a more of a tan, he'd look good. He kind of has that vibe. I don't know about Corvus though. So these are the, you know, actors and actresses involved in the play. Anything else? They couldn't find any blacks or black Asian actors. Fucking bullshit. Japanese trying to not be racist challenge failed. And they're literally doing blackface too. I'm so convinced Kei Urana didn't pick the actors. They didn't. They didn't. Gave him southern accents and put a Nola beat on it for nothing. And I'm telling you, man, this is fucking crazy. What do you guys think about this shit? How do you guys feel about this whole drama happening with the mangaka getting harassment from Schizo 21 black girls on Twitter saying, fuck you, just cancel the show even though the mangaka tried their best? I think it's a very unfortunate situation and another textbook example of many examples we've covered in their channel where American woke politics, American exceptionalism, they think they're the main characters of the world and they inject their perspectives onto other cultures that has no obligations to even integrate or play with that. Japan has, again, no obligation to represent black people. They're doing their own thing, but let's acknowledge there are black characters in the manga. Would it have been better if, you know, African descent actors and actresses played the black characters? Sure, if they could speak Japanese and if they could actually be the type of character that the mangaka envisioned, and if the theater play, culture, and all skill set, they were trained for that, absolutely. But let's think about it. How many of that exist in Japan? There's already such a small minority group of African descendants in Japan, and then it's, you gotta speak fluent Japanese, you gotta be that character from Gachiakuta, and you have to have theater play skill training. So is it fair to then assume that based on just talent, that producers would pick these actors and actresses over the other because there's going to be a bigger pool of talent? I think this is the very simple logical deduction anyone could make. Again, this could not be the case. Maybe they are racist, maybe they are gatekeeping, but even with that assumption, the mangaka isn't to blame because the mangaka has explained what's going on. But beyond that, I guess we just say Kei Urana's lying, huh? Because we are so convinced that Japan is racist no matter what. Kei Urana, who is collabing with KKK, Aliope, Mori, they hate black people. They included black people in the manga just to farm the woke people, and now it's backfiring on them? No, this is an insane conclusion to come to, and just another textbook example of the mental retardation you see on Twitter. Remember, at the end of the day, I understand the context of blackface, the history of slavery, and how this was used to degrade them. But in this current era, when you have, oh, I fixed this by having whiteface or blackface and one side can't do the other, this is going to cause even more problems. Double standards are the core root of this issue. You got to get rid of that shit. Everyone can do black and whiteface or nobody can. Or else you're going to get more shit like this, and you know what? Maybe better for me. Maybe all I got to do is just reasonably just fucking retweet and people will just say base and I just collect free money.